Who the hell is this guy Howie that's telling me what I should know and what I should think about the Jets? Good question. Let's find out. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to JetsHQ. I'm Howie. Today we're going to do something a little different. It's going to be a shorter video. Had a lot of feedback on the site. It's been great feedback, and thank you guys all for coming and returning to see what else I post. I'm really pleased with the showing so far, and it makes me feel great that you guys want to hear a lot about what I've got to say. But some of the things that I've been asked are personal, and it's an interesting thought about this. Is just a Jets channel, but you guys should know who's talking to you. So I thought about it and appreciate the question. So we'll talk about a little bit about my background in case you guys want to know who's talking to you here. So anyway, let's get started. Start off with, first of all, great question. Somebody asked me, they said, we're watching your videos. We don't see any Jets memorabilia behind you, which was kind of funny. We're in my poker room right now in my house, and the area that I'm sitting in is facing the baseball wall. And it happens to be where all the sunlight comes in and everything is easy to videotape. So I actually went and moved a couple of things that were some Jets memorabilia just to have them in the frame so that people don't get worried that I'm not really a Jets fan. I am. I've got all kinds of autographs and stuff, but I just had to move some stuff over here so you guys can see it. And believe me when I said well, I'm just, happen to be shooting over here for light. But that was a great question, and I appreciate it. So it's good feedback. You guys are helping to make this channel better. Also, maybe a little bit more about my background. So, lifetime New Yorker, born in New York City. Shout out to Columbia Presbyterian Hospital. I moved out of the city when I was a little older, moved over to New Jersey. Bergen County, go in Hackensack Comet. I did move away from the New York City, New Jersey area to go to college. First, I stayed in town. I went to Fairleigh Dickinson, tried it out there. My parents are alma maters there, and just didn't like it. Wanted to get away a little bit, see the rest of the country, see some differences. So I went as far away as I could go without getting wet. And I went to the University of San Diego, which was beautiful. Definitely an eye-opening experience. So. Stayed there for a little while, kind of got homesick for the East Coast, and like most New Yorkers, I've got a lot of family in Florida. So it's where New Yorkers go, right? Because it gets cold. So we go down to Florida, and I went to Florida Atlantic University, which is in Boca Raton, Florida, and I graduated there with a Bachelor's of Arts in history, because I love history. As you can tell, I like telling stories, I like talking, so history was the way to go. I was trying to go for a law degree. Then I went back home and went to NYU Law and spent a little time there and realized that I just didn't want to be a lawyer. No offense to any of you lawyers out there. I just wasn't for me, and I left NYU Law in pursuit of something different. I decided, well, I couldn't be a lawyer, make my parents happy, try to be a doctor. So I went to Cleveland Chiropractic College, which is in Kansas City, Missouri. I graduated there with a Bachelor of Science in Human Biology and a Doctor of Chiropractic. So, believe it or not, I'm a doctor. I did my internship and residency in Kansas City, and then I had a practice in Pennsylvania. Kind of wanted to get closer to home, just outside of Philadelphia in Southampton, Pennsylvania. We lived in Doylestown, and it was a great place to be. Really had raised a family and enjoyed myself there. Kind of got tired of the office life, kind of got tired of, what I was doing. I really knew that sports and, gaming kind of was what was calling me for, my life. So I retired. We sold our practice. I retired as a chiropractor and moved to Las Vegas. Pretty risky, but, we were able to do it for quite a while. Lived in Las Vegas, became big time, for me in sports betting and playing poker professionally. And I still do both, and I would love to talk about that here on the channel. If you guys have any questions about either, I'm glad to help. We'll probably get into that each week as the Jets play. We'll talk about the Vegas line. We'll talk about betting scenarios and things like that. So if you guys are interested in those types of things, please hit me with the questions. Let me know what you want to talk about. If you have questions, if you want to do something, if there's a bet that you want to make, or if there's some way that you want to get into something like that, feel free to ask me. I'm glad to talk all about it. I do have a lot of experience for many, many years, successfully never had a losing year, so glad to help in that capacity. I'm a lifelong Jets, Mets, Rangers, and Knicks fan. So now you know where my allegiance lies. As a New Yorker, you can't love all the teams. You have to hate some, right? So not so fond of the Giants, not so fond of the Islanders, the Nets, the Yankees. I could take them or leave them. So anyway, those are where my allegiances is, and I know that a lot of New Yorkers have crisscross allegiances, but those are mine. So if you wanted to know, now you know. Of course. As a Mets fan, I have one fantastic experience in my life that I need to share with you. I was physically at Game 6 of the 1986 World Series. It was probably the most important, the most exciting sports day of my life. It made a tremendously profound impact on me, and my father was nice enough to take me to that game. Thank God we didn't sell the tickets. Got to watch Mookie hit the ball through Buckner's legs, and definitely made an impact on me, changed my life, and I'm just proud of having been there, so I wanted to share that with you. Joe Namath is my idol. He always has been. Thankfully, I was born right around the time he was playing, and I was lucky enough, even as an infant, to see him play his final years. Didn't so much like it when he was on the Rams, but at least he was playing. I did see him on the Jets, too. So I did get to see Joe play, and that's a wonderful thing. I wish that my kids could have seen him play live. Thankfully, we've got some tapes and some film, and YouTube is a great thing for bringing up old memories. So, as you can see in the opening, there's one guy that we put on there, and that's Joe Namath. Of course, he's throwing to Don Maynard, which is really cool too, and I'm okay with that. As I got older, once I moved to Las Vegas, the sports betting took over. I think that a lot of my education has helped in the sports betting world. I do a lot of statistical analysis. I had a lot of advanced math courses, and I worked very hard on statistical analysis. I do a lot of information gathering, and the analysis that I do each week for my betting is very very detailed. The one thing that I have to express is that a lot of people do sports betting, and they play poker also as a game, as fun, and they do it to entertain themselves. That was not the way it was for me. These things were not all that much fun. I mean, I did enjoy it, but I didn't treat them as fun. I treated them as a job, and as such, the analysis that went very deep, the information gathering went very deep, almost to an extreme, to where, there's always some bets that are to be made each week, but they're never the same, and sometimes there's several that you can bundle together, and you can parlay, but there's also some weeks where there's no bets at all, and you have to be able to recognize that, and I think that I was really good at that. Now you have to remember that the Vegas line is everything in sports betting, and the Vegas line is put together by people who are extremely smart. You will notice that on any given week in any sport, the Vegas line is almost perfect. There are one or two games that are decided by an injury or some kind of a mistake or some kind of a lapse where the line is skewed and the numbers are way off. But I would say that for the most part, the Vegas line is 85 to 90% accurate in getting those numbers so close that it makes it very difficult to place a bet, because you never know which side you're going to end up on, and you can end up being a 50-50 statistical performance, and you're doing really good because you're fighting against the best sports minds in the world that are putting these Vegas lines together. So we'll discuss the Vegas line. We'll discuss where its fallacies are, where its weaknesses are, and how to exploit them. But that's what I've worked my whole adult life at doing, and I wanted to share that with you because people are asking me where do I get my expertise. Now, I'm not just a sports fan. I'm not just a Jets fan. There's a lot of things that go into the preparation for each week, and that a lot of that has to do with putting blinders on and just looking at the numbers and looking at the results for weeks and years past and the way things come out, and you just can't be swayed by a person's name or a team's name or a situation that may be arising, and so we'll discuss a lot of that stuff. We're gonna do videos on each game for the Jets. We'll do a video coming for the upcoming game, and then we'll do a video on how they did. We might even live stream during the games. I haven't even figured out what the power of this channel is yet. I'm still trying to figure out what you guys want to see. So let me know. This was just a video introducing myself to you guys, that you know who's talking to you. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other questions. Which way you want me to go with the channel. I might even have to start another channel for the betting and for the poker, but this is obviously a Jets channel, and we're going to stick there, but we can always incorporate the betting to it, and I'm glad to talk to you guys about what I'm going to be doing and how I'm doing it. So feel free to ask me, and we'll see how that all goes. So everybody, that's me. Thank you guys for the questions. I really appreciate the interest in me personally, as well as the information that I'm putting out there. So it's very nice to hear from you guys. So remember, if you are enjoying this video, give me a like. If you are enjoying the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. Check out my other things. I have Twitter, Facebook, Twitch. We'll be doing. I haven't put too much on Twitch yet, but I'm going to be doing live streaming there too. So hit me up on all those different platforms, and I'll be seeing you soon. All right, thank you guys very much. Remember, let's go Jets.